Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Panzer S35 739. Yes, it's the Tier 3 German premium medium tank. It's located on the north spawn of mines under the command of Ohforfoxache. Okay, battle started. Well, this little premium tank is a version of a captured French tank, the Seymour S35. The Germans actually captured, well, quite a number of them, 297. The French only made 430. But after the fall of France, they had quite a lot of these spare. So some they gave away to the Bulgarians and the Italians and other nations that were allied to Germany. And, well, some of them were converted by the Germans for use by them. 90 of them actually put into service, and they saw service in Finland. Now, they had improved armour around the turret, but basically the rest of the tank was standard Seymour SM. And, well, fairly lightly armoured, you might say. Most shells will go through. It's okay against Tier 3, and this is a Tier 3 battle, but against Tier 4, it's outmatched. And Tier 5, well, it doesn't have preferential matchmaking. Oh, and he's up against one of his own on the enemy team. Now, he seems to be penetrating those tanks rather nicely, but they're also penetrating him. Oh, and he's lost his radio operator. He needs to angle. You need to angle this tank. Getting rounds into those tanks and doing damage to them, but you have to angle to avoid the shells doing damage. He knocked one into the tracks there. He's taking out these enemy tanks one by one, or rather he's damaging them. That medium was just hitting his tracks towards the end. But he's lost most of his hit points. He's only got 13 hit points left now. And there's still a Panzer S35 round the corner with 82% of his health. Okay, there's... Oh, one in. He's got his rear to us. He's going to go down. Oh, manages to escape there. He's going for it. Can he get that kill? I hope so. 47mm gun. Bounces around. Yeah, he took around into the tracks there. But he managed to back out before getting hit. And, oh, that 10 TP can't see him. And he takes him out with one shot. Yeah, the 47mm gun is the same French gun that was in the tanks originally. It does 52 alpha, penetrating 55mm armor, not 55 alpha as I thought. But it's a decent gun with fast fire rate, 2.08 seconds. Now, these little things are actually in the gift shop most of the time, and they're very cheap, but most people overlook them because they think, oh, well, they're very poor, very weak. But in actual fact, they're very good crew trainers, because it will only train a crew of 3, but it can actually train up your medium crews fairly quickly, because you're only going to be up against enemy tanks at mostly at Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5. And so long as you play this tank correctly, it can be quite effective. Now, you just need to angle your armour. Oh, Panzer 1C coming up on him. Backing up to get a shot in. He gets him. And another. Try and get the kill shot. Yes! Gets him. Okay, there's an enemy Panzer 1C behind him. Making his way up onto the hill. Now, you can probably take that guy out. The worry is these guys down here. Are they going to try and kill him as he goes into the hill? Oh, Panzer 1C's coming for him. And always bouncing rounds off him all the way. Auto-aiming on. Well, the Panzer 1C managed to escape, but only at the cost of most of his hit points. Now, can he take out that M2 medium? Yes, he does. Very nice kill. Well, there's only 3 left on either side, but of course that Panzer 1C is still very mobile. There he is, rushing towards our cap area. Oh! C-18 HMC got him. He was coming directly towards him. Okay, we've got a T46 and an M2 medium on the enemy team. Well, the T46 was last seen on the west side of the map, and the M2 medium, we don't know where he is at all. He could be in grid square K5, but well, he may have relocated since. The big worry is, of course, that T46, he might come in over the island, and he might not be seen by our guys, the T18 and the T16? T46. Oh, and he's just killed our T18. And, well, Ohforfoxache's seen that. He's returning. Appears the T46 did not see the guy who killed the T18. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the T46, because of course T46 was the one who was shown as crediting for the kill of the T18. Now he's going to be trying to approach the cap, or approach... Oh, there he is! He is in the cap. He's capping. Oh, he's just got a shot on him from here. Can he get the round in? Close enough. Oh yes, one shot, and that's a top gun. And the T46 on the hill is probably fairly happy now, because that means there's only one left to kill, but it's an M2 medium. Yeah, with a dirt gun they can be pretty deadly. Now, my best suggestion would be go up onto the hill and see if you can spot him from up high before you go low and try and get him from that direction. Now, he's looking in all directions, trying to work out where that M2 medium might have gone. Now, which side does he go? I go to the left, but it looks like he's going to go to the right, so he can actually have a look out and see if the M2 is where he was last seen. Now, if he was to pull back, he'd probably blind fire a few of those bushes to actually see if the person is still at home. He's got enough rounds. He's out of APCR now because he used that up at the start of the game. But he does have plenty of AP. But you don't want to fire any rounds with that low hit points where the enemy might see where you're shooting from, because that would give him the opportunity to put one round into you. I think he's decided to check, looking out the east side, see if the M2 is relocated to the east side of the battlefield. He'll need to have a quick look out through these sides first before he commits. T46 is still guarding the cap, and I don't think he needs to do that anymore. Well, he had a quick look and no sixth sense went off. Only 4 hit points left. Well, one of those shots from the Panther 1C did pen him. I wouldn't try to drive down directly, because if that M2 is hiding behind one of the bushes, he'd find out very quickly. T46 has come down to join him a bit, and he's actually suggesting for him to go to the cap on the off chance that he might be hiding in the corner near the buildings where the Arty normally is. T46 is doing that. It'd be no point in Ohforfoxache doing it, because of course if he did go there, he'd easily get spotted and taken out of the game very quickly, because you don't need one round to take him out. So the best thing he could do is hope that T46 will drive down, find out where the M2 is, and then Ohforfoxache can take him out from up on high. Question is, how much in the way of hit points does that M2 medium have? And if he's been sitting at the back all battle, he probably still has most of his health. He's got 3 kills, that guy, so he's obviously very well practiced. Oh, he fired without having the bush mechanic in operation. If the enemy has spotted him, well, his sixth sense hasn't gone off, but if the enemy had spotted him, then he would have been taken out of the game very quickly. I think he's just trying to provoke the M2 into shooting. But he didn't shoot, so we're waiting for the T-46. Oh, he's found him! And he is close, and he's just behind that rock, and that's the reason why he didn't see any of Ohforfoxache's shots, and the T-46 goes down. So now we've just got to hope that this M2 medium decides to drive out from behind his rock, and then we can nail him. There he is! He's coming! 1 shot in. 2. He stopped to shoot! Oh, that's sweet! And that's a kill! He stopped to take a shot, and that was the worst mistake he can make. He should have started moving from side to side to throw off the aim, and instead he stood still and took the rounds, and that gave the battle to Ohforfoxache. Let's have a look at the end of battle stat. It's an ace tanker for Ohforfoxache in the Pz.Kpfw S35 739F. He managed to get a hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemy tanks, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 6, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a shell-proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, cool-headed for surviving the battle, having received at least 10 ricochets non-penetrating shots, most of that came from the Panzer 1C, a Spartan medal for blocking an enemy shot when he had less than 10% of his hit points left. That also came from the Panzer 1C, and a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He ended up with 7, 1 short of getting a Radley's, but you can't get a Radley's at tier 3, I'm afraid. So let's have a look at the team score. 1,394 hit points of damage. The next high scorer had less than half the score that he had, and that was the Panzer 1C with 640. When it came to kills, again he had the highest number, 7. The next high score was that M2 medium, who had 4 kills in the end. Yes, the T-46 was his 4th kill, and well, he was their best player but got taken out by Ohforfoxache. And when it came for base XP, it was 1,264, which means he's got the top in all 3 columns. And the next high scorer after that was the Panzer 1C on his own team with 579, and then it was the Panzer 1C on the enemy team with 404. He fired 48 rounds, got 30 direct hits, 29 penetrations. When he did fire a lot of APCR, 1,394 hit points of damage, of which 44 hit points were at more than 300 meters. He received 49 hits from the enemy, 7 penetrations, 42 non-penetrations, and 499 hit points of damage blocked by armor. He spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 7, and did 7 hit points of damage assistance. And he also got 9 defense points because he reset that, or killed the T-46 whilst he was capping. 22,903 credits on a premium count, and after repair and ammunition resupply, even firing all his APCR, he still made a profit of 21,197 credits. He also managed to receive 1,264 XP, times 2 for the first victory, got 3,792 from personal missions payout, and 1,138 because this is a premium vehicle, took away 8,722 experience points altogether. So you can see this little tank, it may only be crewed by 3 personnel, but it is a very good crew trainer. You can actually massively increase the skills of your crew and then transfer them into a really decent tank later on down the line. And of course, a lot of people overlook this tank for that very reason. But if you angle this tank well enough, you can actually make a lot of the enemy shots bounce into the tracks, or it just won't get through the armor. So long as you're in a tier 3 game. If you're in a tier 4 or tier 5 game, it's more of a support tank, and you'd have to stay at the back and try and shoot at the enemy without getting shot yourself. But apart from that, it's a decent little tank and it's quite a little terror. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.